Welcome back. The Stanley Cup Finals, the Florida Panthers and the Edmonton Oilers yet again. I'm pretty excited for it. It is currently Sunday. I'm going to try and record this and throw some whatever over it, and then I'll probably upload it today. Same day. All right, so it's Sunday. The series starts on Wednesday in Edmonton. The Oilers and the Panthers for the Stanley Cup Finals yet again. Not mad about it at all. In fact, these are the two best teams in the playoffs, definitively. I know it's not what I predicted, but they mopped everybody. Except Toronto did take Florida to 7, but, Toronto's got to go 7 games, right? That's just what they do. But other than that, those conference finals, those were two boring-ass series. Two boring-ass series? I don't know, I might have to cut that out. Or not, who gives a shit? Anyway, so you got Florida, who beat the shit out of Carolina. I mean, I didn't even watch games 4 and 5. Just pointless. You knew it was coming. And then with Edmonton, I know Dallas got game 1, but Edmonton ran the table. It is what it is. But it's another chance for Connor McDavid. And if you're wondering where all the pressure is for this series, it's on Edmonton. Connor McDavid's been the best player in the league for at least the last 5 years. At least by most people's standards. And he's yet to get a ring. And he's only getting older. He's 28 now? 27, 28? I think he was born in 97. I mean, he's not going to play forever. And I'm not saying if they lose this year, he's never going to find a way to get a ring. But every year that goes by, it's another year that went by. And you're playing the same team as last year. We were down 3-0, came back, forced a game 7, and Edmonton just couldn't get it done. Stuart Skinner, Connor McDavid, Draisaitl, you just couldn't get it done. And you get another whack at it. Same team. Did Edmonton figure them out? Is that going to carry over to this series? I don't think so. But quick shout out. One of my favorite podcasts as far as hockey goes. It's not very popular, but it's called Slangin' the Biscuit. There's a guy named Travis and then another radio guy out of Winnipeg in Canada. They were talking about that last year's series and that video that was viral where Connor McDavid is in the locker room and he goes, dig in! Dig the fuck in! Right now! And they were saying that he sounded feminine doing that. I love that video, man. That shit gets me going. If I was in that locker room, man, I'd be ready to throw my head through a wall for old Connor McDavid. So I disagreed with them on that. But Connor McDavid, man, he's got a fire, man. He is all about winning. And if you think about his career, he has to have been the best player on every team he's been on since he's been, 10? Maybe younger? His whole life, he's been the best. So, almost a hockey robot, if you will, Mr. Connor McDavid. And it's all leading up to this. He has to get a Stanley Cup. And to bring it back to Canada for the first time since the mid-90s, early 90s? It's been a long fucking time. I wasn't even alive the last time a Canadian team won the Stanley Cup. Now, I have no emotional connection to that because I'm an American, and also, most of the players that you have on either team, they're going to be from all over the place. However, in this situation, the captains of each team are from their respective countries. You got Tkachuk for the Panthers and McDavid for the Oilers. So that's part of it. Obviously, that Edmonton fan base, they're great, man. I love Alberta. It reminds me almost of like rural America. We're not so different, Go Alberta and America, very similar. That might be a known thing. I don't know. But anyway, those Oiler fans, man, they've been waiting. They've had McDavid for a long time. They are overdue They're packing out that barn every time the Oilers take them. But there's an X factor here, and it's the goaltending. You got Bobrovsky, who doesn't have much pressure on his back. Let's face it. He's already got his ring. They've been to the Stanley Cup 2 times in a row. If the Florida Panthers were to lose this series, as disappointing as it'd be for the 18 Panthers fans that exist, it's all right. They'll be forgiven. On the other side, Stuart Skinner will probably be playing backup in Buffalo next year if the Oilers don't win the Stanley Cup. So there's a major difference here in the pressure for both teams, as far as goaltending especially, because Stuart Skinner early in this playoffs, the Kings get up 2-0. Eventually they bench Skinner. The backup gets hurt. Skinner gets back out there. He plays really well. Now they're in the Cup final again. There's so much pressure on him. So many people that don't believe in him. And then as far as the rest of the Oilers go, if you were there last year, the main guys, they were all there for that run last year. You're feeling that pressure. So I guess that comes down to, is the pressure a good thing or a bad thing? It might make you play harder, but also it might make you grip the stick a little too tight. I don't know. That's what we're going to have to wait and see. We're going to have to wait and see how the Oilers respond to that very dense cloud of pressure they're under. And on the other side, you got the Florida Panthers, who they're just going to play their game. And they do. They look like the best team, man. They look unstoppable. And the thing that I like about the Florida Panthers is they're assholes. They're just assholes. And I love it. I love a good, gritty hockey team. I like when you're whacking the goalie's pads after he made the save. You're standing in the crease. I just love it. Guys like Tkachuk. I like that gritty style. Get under the other team's skin. That is what playoff hockey is made of. That is why the Panthers have had such great success. Because when it comes down to the playoffs, it's more physical than the regular season. It's more of a brutal test. And that's what we're going to see. On the other side, you got the Oilers. They're all skill. You got Connor McDavid blowing by guys, doing like 6 crossovers. He's making moves. You got Draisaitl. He's picking spots. He could shoot from anywhere. And it's all going to be in the name of the great battle for the Stanley Cup. So I guess it comes down to, who do I think's going to win? Who do I think is going to win? I want Edmonton to win. Even as an American boy, and I do love Tkachuk, I wouldn't be mad if the Panthers won. But I think, and I want Edmonton to win the Stanley Cup, because I think Connor McDavid deserves it. I think the Oilers deserve it. I want to see the Cup back in Canada. I want to see a fan base that really deserves it get it, right? And as much as I've hated on the Toronto Maple Leafs, I think the better fan base deserves it more. And I'm not saying the Panthers don't have good fans, but let's be honest here. It costs like $35 to go to a Florida Panthers game. Before they ever won the Cup a few years back, I went to their rink. It was a playoff game with them and the Lightning. I think it was in 2021. And it was $100. $100 for me and my girlfriend at the time, now fiance. It was $100 and we both went, and they weren't even bad seats. It's not even like we sat way up in the nosebleeds. Nah, we were right there. So I know it sounds like I'm hating on Panthers fans, but I'm not. I know there's passionate Panthers fans out there, but come on. Do you got to be greedy? How many in a row do you want? All right? You've already eaten the whole buffet. At least let someone else get a plate, right? You'll be right back next year. I'm sure of it. But that's that. I would say, give me the Edmonton Oilers in 7 games. I hope it goes 7. More than anything. Because the conference finals, they fucking sucked. They sucked. And I don't want to get disinterested again. I'd like to have some entertaining battles, hopefully some overtime games. I mean, you know what I would like to see? Overtime Game 7. That is my prediction. I am predicting, I don't know if it'd be the first time in history, but at least a very rare occasion, we are going to get a Game 7 overtime. And someone on Edmonton's going to bury it. That's my prediction, although that's kind of a long shot. I still think Edmonton's going to win the cup. So that's that. That's that. Let me know what you think. All right. Excuse the terrible quality. All right. But how the hell did I record this video and not mention the great Corey Perry? Corey Perry, man. He's going to like his 6th Stanley Cup final, like 5th in a row or something. I don't know. I can't believe I went through that whole video without talking about goddamn Corey Perry. Shout out to him. Hopefully he gets his ring. All right.